In this position, the attacking genius Mikhail Tal once again had all his pieces lined up against the enemy king. Black has two beautiful knights on g4 and h3, a bishop on c8. On the long diagonal to h3, he has this rook, this advanced rook on e3, and the queen in the background. So all Black's pieces are in perfect attacking positions. In this position, Black threatens to go rook e2, that's the main threat, and so here White played rook e1 to neutralize this threat. Yeah, okay, here we go. How would you continue as Black? The problem is all Black's pieces are perfectly placed, but there's no visible way to invade into White's position. Now rook e2 now, and after capturing on e1, White of course captures with a knight, not with a bishop, which has to protect this square e3. And yeah, how would you continue here? How did Black continue? Knight takes f4. Knight takes f4 was Tal's solution, and you have seen it. It's a very strong move. In fact, I think it wins the game. And the main purpose of this move is to clear a way for the Black queen, as we shall see. Knight takes f4. Tal's solution, and your solution, hopefully. White must take. And now Black captures on e1. As I said, knight takes e1 is forced because after bishop takes e1, there comes knight e3. Very nice fork. Knight takes e1, and now we see the point of Tal's play. How would you continue? What has Black achieved now? Queen h4. That's it. This is the point of the sacrifice on f4, as we've seen here. In this position, the square h4 is protected twice, both by the pawn and by the knight, and by playing knight takes f4, the first defender of this square is removed, g takes f4, now rook takes e1, and the second defender of the square h4 has to move knight e1, queen h4, and now White must give back the piece, Black has sacrificed a piece, to prevent these threats, queen f2 and queen h2. So in this position, White has nothing better than bishop c1. Queen h2 now wouldn't be good, but queen takes e1. As simple as that, and this is the one position for Black. Black, material is even, but this doesn't matter here at all. The important thing is that Black is still attacking with this very active queen, the knight on g4, and also this bishop plays a very important part in the attack. So this position is utterly lost for White. Note that, this is a very impotent bishop pair with bishop on d3 and the bishop on c1. Has got no square whatsoever, and the attempt to immediately attack the Black queen on e1 with queen e2 would be very desirable, but here this simply fails to queen captures on c1. So this is the one position for Black. White went h3, yes. Now the knight went back to h6, remarkably. The knight controls this square, f5, and now the Black's threat also is queen h4 and capturing on h3. Note how important this far away bishop on c8 is. White went f5, now Black captured with a knight, bishop f4, knight h4, queen here, king h2, knight f3, king g2, and now Tal delivered nice combination to finish up this game. Bishop takes h3. If king takes, Black checks here, king g2, and now for a change the fork is delivered on e1, not on e3 like before. King takes, and now queen g1, and white is completely helpless against these threats on g4. Bishop g6 came, queen g4. If instead of bishop g6, white goes king here, black checks on g4, king d2, and queen here, king c1, queen e1. And after bishop takes g6, black just collected both white's bishops. Check on g4, king f2, check on g4, check on f4, sorry, so many checks, king g1, and now after h to g, h takes g6, white resigned. So, all this was introduced by this brilliant move, knight takes f4, clearing the way for the queen to h4.